And folks, I want to tell you that the enemy wants to thwart God's purpose in your life. And in order to thwart God's purpose in your life, he will use anything within his arsenal in order to thwart that purpose. And sometimes, like in this case, it could be picking up an offense. And this is a good example, because Jesus, the only reason why he was silent when Pontius Pilate accused him was because he knew that if he defends himself, he would be released from crucifixion. He would not bear the nail prints in his hands, and you and I will not be seated right here and worshiping God today, because Jesus would have been released, he would not have been crucified, and the whole world would have been destroyed. But for the purpose of the cross, he shut his mouth. That's why 750 years before Jesus was born, the prophet Isaiah said, he was dumb before his shearers. Why? Because he couldn't speak? No. Because he was guided by a divine purpose. God has a purpose for you. And no matter what you may be facing right now, the enemy will try to thwart that purpose in your life, and he'll laugh at you all the way while you botch things up in your life. And people around you will be too scared to tell you that you're botching it up, because they're so polite. They won't tell you that. And others will stand on the sidelines and laugh while you botch it up. They're playing into the hands of the enemy, when actually God has so much in store for you. He has so much grace for you. And all you have to do is to open your heart and life to him and let that grace flow through your life. And then instead of being a bitter poison, you'll be a sweet smelling aroma, and you'll be able to fulfill what God has for you. Your choice, my choice. I can do with my life what I want to do. God has given me that freedom. And at every stage that I'm in my life, I can either go up or go down. And critical junctions in my life, situations, experiences, encounters that cause me to think inordinately about them and spend too much time focusing on them are clues that this is a derailment that the enemy may be trying to get you off the main track onto something that will cause you, as I have observed, to lose many years of your life. And when you discover that you've made a wrong turn, you're so dissipated and you have no energy to even rise up, but it's gone. And one day, so many people will stand before the Lord in the judgment seat of Christ, and their work will pass through, and it will just end up as wood, hay, and stubble rather than silver, gold, and precious stones. You don't want to be there. You don't want to let that happen. And I love you too much not to tell you what I tell you. Some people may not tell you. Don't let bitterness, conflict in your family, in your relations, wherever, among your friends, for any cause, so destroy and spoil your relationship with God, that when you're trying to take 5 steps forward, you've actually gone 10 steps back. I don't know what you're going through right now, but the grace of God is sufficient for you.